How you guys doing? My name is Dinkins. I'm 35 years young. I actually grew up in the Bronx, New York in the projects. I grew up in a pretty rough neighborhood. My family told me if you want to be successful, you need to go to college. So that's exactly what I did. I went to school out in Maryland, got a bachelor's degree, ended up moving back to New York City where I started working two jobs. I was working for a company called ACS, working with abused and neglected children. Part-time, I worked at the YMCA. Did both jobs for about 7 years straight. And with doing that, most of my friends looked at me as a successful one. Meanwhile, I never felt successful because I was still living check to check. So a lot of things in my life wasn't making sense. And then about 7 years ago, one of my good friends called me up and invited me to a gathering. I didn't think much of it. In fact, I thought I was going to go have some drinks, hang out with some good people. And I ended up walking into a presentation. The moment I walked through the door, my skeptical mind jumped in. I really didn't want to be there, but because that was my friend and I trusted him, I decided that I was going to stay. But I sat down. So when I sat down, I had my arms crossed, my legs crossed, my eyes was crossed. Everything was crossed because I didn't really want to be there. But I watched, and as I watched this gentleman speak, everything he spoke about that day was completely opposite of what I learned to become successful growing up. You see, in my household, I heard certain statements. You probably heard them too. In fact, you can probably finish my sentences. I heard things like go to school, get good grades, and get a good job. Money don't grow on trees. Good things come to those that wait. Watch out for those get rich quick schemes. That sounds too good to be true. And if you're finishing my sentences, that shows you that most people think and act the same. And that's why the results in our country are what they are. You see, 95% of our population end up either dead broke, or they depend on the government by the age of 65 to survive, while 5% of our population end up financially fit or financially free, actually living a life that they want to live. So I didn't know what it took to become part of the 5%ers. I just knew I didn't want to be a part of the 95%ers. I felt like I wasn't put on this earth to live an average life. So when I watched this gentleman speak for the first time in a long time, I started to see possibility again. And all I thought was, is if what you're telling me is the truth, then this is something that I definitely need. By the time it was over, I was very excited, but I do want to be completely honest with you. And my experience, there's two reasons why a person will be in the room when an amazing opportunity happens, but they still actually miss out on it. And the first thing is this. A lot of times people come, they watch these presentations, they love it, but then they want to go and talk to people that they consider successful in their lives. And the only problem with that is the people that are successful in your life may also be the most uneducated person in regards to network marketing. So you end up taking advice from the wrong person, okay? You wouldn't take financial advice from a broke person, would you? Absolutely not, right? But for some reason, in regards to network marketing, you may have successful moms, brothers, sister, and they may actually be successful at what they do, but because they've never created success in this industry, they're not qualified to give you advice in regards to this industry. The second thing is opinions. I have a mentor, his name is Johnny Wimby. He's a multi-millionaire, an international motivational speaker. And he said, listen, Jarrell, if you buy somebody's opinion, you also buy their lifestyle. Meaning, if somebody wants to give you their opinion on business, finance, wealth, health, relationships, just take a look at their life. If they're not doing the things that you want to do with your life, why would you follow them? And that made absolute sense for me. So I remember when I first got started, I ended up going back to my neighborhood and I was telling all my friends, like, we're going to travel the world, we're going to make money. All the things we spoke about growing up, we're going to be able to do now. And all my friends looked back at me and said, those are pyramid schemes and those are scams. Now, I'm not the person that gets affected by what other people say and think. I actually like to look into things. And when I looked into the industry, I realized that there was a lot of successful people in this industry. And here's one example, Warren Buffett. I'm pretty sure you're familiar with him. He's one of the wealthiest men on the planet. His net worth is over $78 billion, and he owns 3 network marketing companies. Now, I'm very high on common sense. I ask myself simple questions. So I asked myself, would I want the lifestyle of Warren Buffett or little cornbread from the neighborhood? You see, those are my friends. I love them. We grew up together, but none of them had the lifestyle that I wanted. None of them was doing what I wanted to do with my life financially. So the thing that separated me from most people was I got good at taking advice from people that I actually should listen to. And for me, that changed my entire world. In fact, over the last 7 years, I've been able to take well over 100 vacations. I've been to places like Fiji, Dubai, Thailand. I've done shark dives, played with tigers, rode elephants, like a bunch of cool things. I was able to build my income large enough to walk away from my jobs over 5 years ago. And that gives me the absolute blessing of time freedom. You see, I have 2 kids. A 1-year-old son that I get to raise full-time at home. I have a 7-year-old daughter that's going on 36, okay? I get to be very involved with her school, so I'm a part of the family committee at her school. I'm very involved with her dance team, and I really get to spend a lot of time with my family, and that's something I couldn't do before because I was so busy working. In this industry alone, I've been able to earn multiple 6 figures since joining the industry, and I've been able to help a bunch of other people create a pretty good part-time income. So here's the deal. I'm going to share some information with you right now. At the end, the person who invited you on this video is just looking for a simple yes or no. Yes means you like it. No means you do not. Either way, it doesn't change your relationship with the person invited you here. In fact, at the end, we're going to give you something for free anyway. Okay? So the name of our company is Ibuumerang. Ibuumerang was started by a gentleman named Holton Buzz, who's been in the industry of network marketing for over 29 years. All right, he's probably the most successful person to ever grace this industry. He was actually earning $1.3 million per month. So I'm pretty sure we can agree that he's pretty knowledgeable of the industry. And here's what he found. There was a big problem in network marketing. And the problem is a lot of people watch these presentations and they love the business model, but they never actually get started because the average person doesn't like to sell. And then there's other people who watch the products, and although they love the products, they never purchase them because they figure, why would I spend more for something that I can find cheap on Amazon? So it's an industry where people who don't like to sell is trying to sell things to people who don't want to buy. Right? So it's pretty hard to create success. And it's an industry where only the strong recruiters win. And he said, listen, we need to change, right? It's time for the industry to evolve. Instead of me forcing somebody to get good at selling that doesn't like to sell, instead of me changing them, why don't we change the industry? And he was the first person to think of from that perspective. Now, the first thing that he did was this. If you decide that you want to be a customer at the end of this video, it is absolutely no sign-up fee. It's no monthly fee. You're going to get it for absolutely free. If you're looking to create a part-time income, all right, we have something called a perpetual residual income builder that's going to allow you to make an income part-time or aside of whatever you are currently doing. Now, this is a technology like Amazon has a technology, Apple has a technology. This is our technology. We just call it the Crib. And I don't know if you've ever been having a conversation about something. Maybe you're talking about cars and you're talking to your friends, and then all of a sudden you go on your social media and the ad for whatever you was talking about pops up, and you think like the government is watching you, right? It happens to me all the time. That's just technology that very successful companies like Amazon, Facebook, and all these companies that are very successful, these are the technologies that they use today, and our company has access to the same exact thing. Now, how do we bring it to the world? We did it through the travel industry because it's a very attractive industry. It's the largest industry in the world. In fact, it's an industry that will never stop. Like, you will never walk into an empty airport. So it makes sense to have a business in the travel industry. But here's what most people don't know about the travel industry, okay? We're familiar with all of these search engines like Booking.com, Travelocity, Hotels.com, but what we're not aware of is that all of these search engines are actually owned by only two companies. And because these two companies own all of the search engines, they're actually able to control pricing. So they can set it where it can't go below a certain number. So you may look on one site and see it for one price, and then go on Orbitz and see it for $50 cheaper, and then go on Hotels.com and see it for $80 cheaper, and you think you have the best deal. Well, that's actually not. They actually set it up that way. Well, there's actually a third group of travelers that have access to those same behind the curtain pricings, and those are membership-based companies like the company that we are a part of. And the difference between us and these two companies is these companies may get a price of, let's say, a hotel, mark it up very high so they can create a profit for themselves. And for us, instead of us marking these prices up so high, all we do is pass the savings on to our customers. Now, we're able to do that by partnering up with a company called Extreme Travel, who's been in the industry for over 19 years. They have dominated in the industry, so they've been doing a bunch of cool things. We give you your own wholesale travel booking platform where you can earn up to 70% off when booking vacations. And I want to give you some comparisons so you can see what some of those prices look like. So here's a trip going to Las Vegas, Nevada, 4 days, 3 nights on Expedia.com was $934 for 2 on our site. Same dates, same hotel, $388 for 2 people. You save $546 on this trip. Montego Bay, Jamaica, all inclusive. That means you pay one price. Is all you can eat, all you can drink, all you can drink, and all you can drink. On Expedia was $840, but on our site was $624. Santorini, Greece, 6 days, 5 nights, right? $827 on Booking.com, but on our site, $710 for 2 people. And what about my favorite place, Dubai? Okay, if you haven't went there, you definitely should go. 8 days, 7 nights, only $1513 on Hotels.com, but even better on our site, $689. You actually save more than you spent on this trip alone. Now, it's not only with hotels, it's with other things like car rentals. So here's the intermediate car on rentalcars.com for $392, but on our site was $221. We also have access to weeks. So if you ever rented, let's say, a mansion or a large home or from Airbnb, we have access to those same kind of properties too, but for an entire week. And I love the fact that our company is forward thinking. We are the only travel search engine that you can book travel through Bitcoin, guys. So listen, you have access to everything. Booking car rentals, hotels, weeks. You can book flights. You can book timeshares. You have access to booking shore excursions, theme parks, outdoor activities, all of these things you have access to if you decide to become a customer. We even gave you our free price guarantee that says if you find a better deal, we'll actually refund you 110% of the difference. So if you decide you want access to everything I just talked about, once again, it's no sign-up fee, there's no monthly fee. Just speak to the person who invited you on this video and they'll show you how to sign up. Now, I'm gonna switch gears and talk about how we actually earn money by helping other people save money. Now, I remember when I was sitting in a seat like you, it's 7 years ago, I was 28 years old, I had a college degree, I had 2 good jobs, and I was still broke. I understood that what I had been doing for the last 7 years, it got me to that moment, and I knew if I did it for another 7 years that nothing in my life would change, and I desperately needed things to change. You see, I knew people who I considered successful because they made a lot of money. Only problem was they didn't have a lot of time because they spent all their time at their jobs or their businesses building an income. So they had money, but no time to spend with their family, no time to travel, no time to do things that they wanted to do. So I was attracted to the income. I just wasn't attracted to the lifestyle. And then I knew a bunch of people who had a whole lot of time, but they didn't have any money because they didn't have a job. So they had the time to do things that they wanted to do. They just couldn't afford to do it. So when I saw this industry for the first time, I saw something where I could have both time freedom and financial freedom at the same time. And for me, that was the true definition of freedom. Now, before I jump into how we earn money, real quick, there's no guarantees regarding income. You're going to get paid based on whatever effort you actually put into this industry. Now, here's what I love. This company reminded me very much about Uber and Airbnb. And I'm pretty sure we could agree that these 2 companies are successful. You see, a few years ago, one of my friends said, hey, you should download Uber, because I was always taking a lot of taxis. So I downloaded Uber, I started to put my name in, but then it asked for my credit card, and I was like, absolutely not. This has to be an Uber scam. I'm not putting my card information in that. So I never used it. But 3 months later, I was in Atlanta, and I was attending an event with about 5,000 people. I took a taxi. It was about $20, and another one of my friends said, you should use Uber. So I said, you know what? Let me try this Uber thing. I went and attached a card that didn't have a lot of money to it, just in case it wasn't real, right? But I took my first Uber ride, and it was $11. It was very convenient. It was simple. Now I'm at the event and I'm telling everybody that they should get Uber. Now I'm like the Uber ambassador, okay? And there's 2 things that stuck out to me about that experience. The first thing was 3 months later, I still have Uber on my phone because I had no reason to delete it because I wasn't paying for it anyway. The second thing was I only used Uber because it actually saved me money. You see, if I pulled up Uber and it was $20, but the cab was $19, I would definitely take the cab and save the $1. So this company did the same exact thing. You see, I could give you a link so you can become a customer. You may not travel for the next 5 or 6 months, but you have no reason to delete it off your phone because you're not paying for it anyway. And then when you use it, you're only going to use it because when you looked up the prices, you saw that our prices was cheaper than anywhere else. So when I saw this, I said, man, they did the exact same thing that Uber and Airbnb did, but they did it in the travel industry. I said, these guys are brilliant, and I knew I couldn't miss out on it. Let me ask you this. Knowing what you know today about Uber, how many of you would invest in Uber 5 years ago? We all would. Well, unfortunately, you missed out on those opportunities, but you haven't missed out on this. You have access to become a part of something in the travel industry that's going to take over the world. I can almost guarantee you that over the next 6 to 12 months, everyone will have this app on their phone. The question is, will you be one of the persons that's using the app, or will you be the person that's getting paid off of everyone using the app? So it's real simple. Here's how you earn money. You become a TSA member, which stands for Travel Savings Ambassador. And all that happens is we give you all these free sites that you can give out to your family members and friends. They book travel. When they book and save money, you actually get paid. You get paid 50% of whatever they save on vacation. So here's a quick example. To the left, you see an Ibuumerang customer site, okay? To become a customer, no sign-up fee, no monthly fee. In return, you get up to 35% off when booking travel. The next to that is the TSA member site. Now, I'm a member. I actually paid to become a member. In return, I get up to 70% off when booking travel, but I also have the right to earn money anytime any of my customers save money when booking travel. So let's say if myself and one of my friends who's a customer, we take a trip together. We're going to Mexico. It's all-inclusive. The total price is $4,867. Now, on his site, he sees that he's saving about $1,700. Is he excited? Absolutely. He's not paying anything monthly. He loves it. He's saving $1,700. I see that I'm going to save about $3,400 on the same trip. I'm very excited, but here's why I'm more excited. Because when my friend saved $1,700, I actually earned half of that, which is $850 in cash. So I made $850 in cash, but I also saved $3,400. Guys, that is a true win-win situation. So let me break it down to you. Let's say you decide that you want to actually earn money by helping other people save money, so you become a TSA. Now, it's safe to say that we can all get 10 of our family members and friends to use a free site to save money on travel. So let's say you went out and got 10 customers. Now, the average person takes one trip per year, and on average, they're going to save about $600 per year using this site. So if you had 10 customers who saved $600 each in a year, that's a total savings of $6,000. Remember, 50% of that goes back to you. You just earned $3,000 in cash. Now, let's say you're a little more ambitious. You went out and got 100 customers. Same exact example. They take one trip per year, save $600 per year, right? That's a total savings of $60,000. You just made $30,000. Let me ask you this. Doing whatever you're doing right now, what could you do on the side that's going to help you bring in an extra $30,000 in a year? Now, there's somebody that's probably on this, that's like me, that's more ambitious. And I'm thinking, man, I'm going to give everybody a link. Like, I'm going to become the Oprah of links. You get a link, you get a link. Like, everybody's getting a link. Let's say if I went out and got 1,000 customers who took one trip per year, who saved $600, that's $600,000 in savings. I just made $300,000. Guys, at this point, I'm calling in well to my job. I'm calling my boss and say, well, I don't see myself working for you anymore, okay? Now, we also have a team building side, but let me ask you this first. Have you seen anything that you have to sell so far? Absolutely not. It's free links. You're giving them out. Now, would your customer have any reason to quit? Of course not. It's free. Like, how do you quit something that's free? It doesn't make sense. You see, here was always a challenge in network marketing. I've done thousands of presentations, and I always get the person that asks, hey, what if I build a team? I sign up a bunch of people, and all those people I signed up quit. What happens to my money? Well, you don't make any money anymore. And that's why I love this company, because with this company, you do not have to sign up a bunch of people to make money. You could actually focus on getting free customers. And I thought that was a big deal. Now, me, I don't mind building teams because I feel like I can go get 10 customers. What if I went out and got a bunch of friends who all went out and got 10 customers? We could build a lot bigger, a lot faster. All right. So let's say if I referred it to a friend who referred it to a friend, and now I have 50 people on my team. Let's say all 50 of us went out and got 10 customers. So that's 500 total customers who took one trip per year, who saved 600. Now on the team building side, I just earned 10% of all the savings that just happened on my team. I just made an extra $20,000 for the year. Guys, I love this because now I just showed you a way where you can earn money based on your personal effort, and you can also make money based on the team effort. Now, let's say your team continues to grow. Now you have a team of 250 people who got 10 customers. Same exact example. In this example, you just made $103,000 for the year. How many of you could use an extra $8,000 per month, guys? So real quick, let me show you the different packages that we have. Once again, if you want to be a customer for free, this has nothing to do with you. This is for the people who are looking to earn income. So you can become a coach class member, which is a one-time fee of $300. You never pay it again. As a coach member, you have access to hotels, flights, and car rentals. You're going to be able to earn 50% of those travel saving bonuses. So if your friend saves $600 on a trip, instead of you getting $300, you're actually going to get $150. Okay, we give you 10 boomerangs. So a boomerang just represents the free sites that you're going to give out to your family members and friends. And then we're going to pay you back every single week 10% based on the team's growth for that week. Now, you can also become a business class member, which is a one-time fee of $550. You're going to get access to everything Coach has, but you can also book cruises. And now you get 100% of whatever your travel savings bonuses is. So if your friend saves $600, you will actually get the full $300 in cash paid to you. Now, you get 25 sites that you can give out to your family members and friends, and we're going to pay you back 12% on a week-to-week basis. And then you have first class, which is the best one. It's a one-time fee of $1,050. You get access to everything this company has to offer. You get 50 sites you can give out, and then you get 15% paid back to you week to week. Now, regardless of which package you choose, if you want to do this as a business, it's going to be a one-time fee of, a monthly fee of $99, right? That is your business overhead. It costs you $99 to run your business. If you're a person that doesn't want to pay a monthly fee, just become a free customer, okay? Now, with paying that $99.95, you're going to get 10 more sites every single month that you can use to give out to your family members and friends. Now, me personally, I decided to become a first class member because I was going to pay $99.95 anyway, so I'd rather have the best one than the worst one. I'd rather have 50 sites than 10 sites, and I'd rather get paid 15% than 10%. Because if I got to a level where I was making $10,000 a month as a coach member, I would be making $15,000 per month as a first class member. So I don't like to leave any money on the table. I became a first class member. You can become whichever class you want. Now, if you refer these classes to any other persons, you're going to get $20 every time you're for a coach member, $40 for business, and $80 every time you're for a first class member. And we also give you something called the dual team bonus. So when you sign up people, you're going to sign some people up on your left, and it's going to grow to whatever number it grows to. You'll sign some people on your right, it'll grow to whatever number it grows to. Why? Because some people refer more than others. But here's how you calculate how much money you earn at the end of each week. You're going to look at those two numbers at the bottom. Whichever number is the lowest, you're going to take that number. So in this case, it's the 5,000, and you'll multiply by whichever class that you have. So if you coach class, you do 5,000 times 10%, you made 500 that week. If you was business class, you did it times 12%, you made 600. And if you were first class, you did it times 15%, you just made $750 for the week, guys. So here's the highs that you can earn per week based on that one bonus I just talked about. The first level is called Sapphire. You can earn up to $3,000 per week. I was able to hit that level within my first 3.5 weeks of joining the company. And then I hit the level of Ruby within my first 60 days. Okay, but I get more excited about the blue level because you can earn like $50,000 per week. At this level, you're having a great year every single week. Like somebody asks you, how was your week? Say, I had a great year this week. Guys, with that one bonus, you can earn up to $250,000 per week. All right, it doesn't stop there. But let me wrap it up, guys. You know, when I looked at this, it just made a lot of sense. It was doing what successful companies of today is already doing, right? Most successful companies are giving it away. What do I mean, right? It doesn't cost you anything to use the Uber app, but you can pay for as many rides as you want. It doesn't cost you anything to use the Airbnb app, but you can rent as many homes as you want. It doesn't cost you anything to use Amazon, but you can buy as much as you want. And our company did the same exact thing. The second thing that successful companies have today is they have a technology attached to their company. So companies like Apple have Siri. Amazon has Alexa. Our company has the Crib. It's our technology. So when I'm looking at this company, it made sense. You see, your only responsibility is to get a free customer. It's the company's job to keep those customers. So you have nothing that you can sell to anybody, but your customers have everything that they can buy. Okay, so here's how it works. You're going to give out these free links to these customers. When they become a customer, they have access to our iGo platform where they can book travel and save money. Whatever they save, 50% goes back to you. So if they save $600 because they went to Miami, you just made $300. Now our customer calls them up. Our company calls them up because they know where they're traveling to. All right. And they say, hey, we see that you're traveling to Miami. You're landing on, Wednesday at 12 o'clock. I'm not sure if you're aware, but we have our own rideshare company. It's called VibeRide. And if you download and use that, your first trip is free on us. How many of you think they're going to download VibeRides? But imagine every single time they took a ride for the rest of their life, when they paid their fee, you got a percentage of that paid back to you. All you did was give them a link so they can become a free customer. Now the company calls them up again and says, hey, we see that you've been using our iGo platform. You're using our VibeRides, but we also have our own phone service called Mobile, contracted through AT&T and T-Mobile, and it's $49.95 per month, unlimited everything. How many of you think you're going to have some people switching over? Of course they are, right? See, now every time they pay their monthly bill, you're going to get paid a percentage of that monthly bill right out to you guys. So the company created a way where you can get paid based on the three things that people are doing most today: traveling, rideshare, and paying their phone bills. So guys, the phone service hasn't come to us yet. It's going to be coming soon, very soon. But we just launched our rideshare company out in Florida, but we're going to be coming to every state and other countries, including Mexico. Okay, so here's how you earn on our rideshare side. You can earn as a driver. You drive. Every time you pick up rides, you earn money. You can earn when others drive. So people don't plan on driving for the rest of their life. What if you went out and got 10 drivers and every single time they pick up a passenger, you got paid for that? And then, of course, the other way you can earn is anytime any of your free customers take a ride, you're going to earn a percentage of that as well. Guys, the rideshare industry is a $24 billion industry right now, but it's projected to be over $103 billion in 2025, and you have access to it first. So here's the deal. Your friend is offering you the next best position on their team. It's up to you if you decide to take it. If you take it, we call it locking in your spot. And all what that means is if your friend signs you up right now and 2 hours from now they sign up somebody, that person falls under you. And whatever that person does for the rest of their life, you're going to get paid off of it. So let's say if that person's a rock star, they sign up 100 people over the next 6 months and it grows to 500 people. Because you signed up 2 hours before them, you get paid up for all those people. But it could happen a lot different. You can be one of those persons that say, hey, I need to think about it. If you want to think about it, we're going to put you in the think about it corner, but we're not going to stop. We're still going to show Joe who's still going to do what he does. And in my experience, most people don't have to think about this because it makes sense, right? Think about it is usually a polite way of saying no, or maybe you're saying I have to think about it because you don't have the money. And guys, if you don't have at least $300 to make a decision for something that you actually see value in, that means that you couldn't save at least 82 cents per day for the last year. Like you couldn't save $25 a month for the last year. So, okay, but that is a clear sign that whatever plan that you currently have is not working. So how do you come up with the money? I don't know. Just find a way. Your life depends on it. Just figure it out. Because if I told you you could become a part of Uber, if you came up with $300, everybody will find it. But let's say if you're the person that you went ahead, you thought about it, and then tomorrow you called us back and you say, put us in. No, we'll put you in. Only problem is you fall below Joe. So when all those 500 people joined over the next year, you actually missed out on them because you came in after Joe. Now, I'm not promising you that this is going to happen to you, but I'm promising you that this happens to people all the time. They hesitate for whatever reasons, and they end up losing out on big opportunities. And here's one clear example. This is a guy by the name of Gary Vaynerchuk, a very successful individual who said the single biggest mistake that he's ever made is not investing in Uber. He had a chance to invest in Uber before they put any cars on the road, and he actually passed it up, guys. Here's the thing. You guys are seeing something that is going to change the world, right? For the first time in your life, you're first. Here's what I'm telling you. Just don't miss on it. Follow your gut feeling. If you feel something inside you that's saying, hey, it's time for me to take a chance in my life, I'm telling you, take that chance. So with that being said, these are the packages. When you get off this video, you're going to contact the person who invited you on and just say, hey, listen, I want to be a free customer or I want to be a member. They'll help you get started with whatever package you want to get started. And besides that, I hope to see you on the beaches of the world, guys. Follow me on Instagram. Send me a message. Let me know how you like this, guys. And you won. Guys, take care.